Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today I really wanted to talk about how the government keeps you bankrupt. But before I do that, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment on this video. It truly does help the channel grow. Make sure you support not only my YouTube channel, but my Rumble channel. Understand that I do have some music coming out very soon. I also do a lot of other businesses that I will be bringing to the forefront shortly. I will be doing interviews soon as well. And I really truly do thank you for all of your support. And we're going to get straight into this video. So I will be 100% honest with you. I've known a lot of people who utilize food stamps, utilize housing assistance, social services, all types of different means of surviving out here. But I also understood that it came with a price. These same people never got to leave their environments. They were never able to upgrade their lifestyle. They were never able to live a life worth living. When I mean upgrade your lifestyle, I mean the same neighborhoods that they were in, they stayed in. They would never leave that neighborhood. They would never leave that area. They would never leave that zip code. You know why? A lot of the times they couldn't even have a car. A lot of the times they weren't really working. They were just staying at home, dependent on the government. They couldn't get the food that they wanted because to get that, they would have to spend more money than what was on the card itself. Certain stores they couldn't walk in. Certain food they couldn't buy. No hot food. Their rent, in order to pay half their rent with financial assistance for their rent, they had to work less, which means they had less money for anything else. So once that rent was paid, they had no money. Tax season came, it was the best day of their life. It was the most money that they would see all year. You see, it is very tough. It is very tough, and I completely sympathize because when you have 4, 5, 6 children, now you depend on the government. Now you depend on taxes to bail you out. Because if you decide to make more money, you lose all those benefits right away. And when you lose all those benefits, what will incentivize you to earn more? What will incentivize you to be rich? So you know what this does? It builds lazy habits. It builds lazy habits. Once you decide to enter the system will control you. The system will put you in a chokehold. So if you're a parent or a young person who's starting to take some of these assistances, I understand the more deeper and the more reliant you become on these assistances, the harder it will be for you to break free. The harder it will be for you to actually reach financial freedom. Because there's no way that you're going to be investing a large sum of money while depending on the government. There were times where I was only making $2,200 a year. I mean, $2,200 a month. But unemployment would pay, I think, $1,800 or $2,000 a month. I don't even know. Some people know this a lot better than me. Let's be real. I should have Googled it before the video. But essentially, you can make the same money on unemployment. You know? So, what incentivized me to work? What would incentivize me to work? Instead of just going on it for a year and not having any responsibilities. Well, the truth is, there was no pleasure in being stuck in the house. There was no pleasure in not doing anything whatsoever. There was no pleasure in not having a safety cushion because I decided to rely on the government. There was no pleasure in having a fixed income when I could just work a little bit more and push it and push that income up a notch. There was no pleasure in spending 160 hours at work but there was definitely less pleasure in getting fat and staying at home. Right? Um, Now, a lot of people would say, man, I hear you, but why would I work for somebody for 160 hours a month? Instead, I can sit down and collect that same money at home. Well, if you're going to collect that same money at home, you might as well go to school. You might as well get an education. You might as well improve your standing. You might as well boost up your resume. You might as well learn a skill or trade. You might as well do something that within a year you're elevating yourself, you're improving, you're growing as a person, as a human being. You might as well not be stagnant. You might as well learn something. You might as well improve your lifestyle. You might as well want more for yourself. In fact, you might as well not give up on life. You know, a lot of people will say, you know, he's honest, but he's so cruel. He's honest, but so cruel. And you know what's funny is my honesty is because I want the best for each and every one of you. It's because I want the best for you who's watching. You know, I may or may not know you, and most likely I do know you because most of the people who are watching this channel are people who know me personally. I don't want you to have to struggle. But relying on the government is a different form of struggling. Relying on the government is a different form of struggling. Some of your parents did it, some of your friends did it, and they are in the same place that they have always been. They have the same money in their bank account that they've always had. They have the same investments. Yep, that's right. They have the same investments that they've always had. You can change that. It starts by the first day that you say, you know what, I'm going to open up a Roth IRA. I'm going to open up a 401k. I'm going to start investing. I have no debt. I'm going to put my foot to the pedal. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to get it in advance. I'm going to accelerate this process. I'm going to open up a business. I'm going to do something to get me out of this. I'm going to open up a barbershop. I'm going to open up a nail salon. Where am I going to get the funding? The bank is giving out funding. The bank is giving out loans as long as you don't blow up your credit. I'm going to get out of debt. I'm going to change my life. Right? If you can't get a loan today, get out of debt. Change your life. This is how we do things. This is how we boss up. This is how we move. If you don't have nobody to tell you this, well, start to learn from those who are actually doing it. Start to learn from people who are living a life that they claim to be living. Start to learn from people who actually want you to be successful, who's not selling you anything, who's not trying to get anything from you, who simply just want you to succeed. There's not enough genuine people out here. So when I'm talking to you, please listen, because I'm not selling you a thing. I'm just telling you, do not cripple yourself. If you saw somebody who has done that, it's not up to you to tell them, hey, do something else. Hey, change your life. Hey, do that. It's not up to you. All you can do is be you. All you can do is change your life. You can't worry about what everybody else is doing. You can't worry about how everybody else is living. Right? It's not up to you. You can only focus on what you can control. That's why I started this YouTube channel, because I understand that some people don't want to hear my advice. Some people don't want to listen to it. Some people know, okay, he's successful, so what? And that's okay. My advice isn't for them, and that's okay. It's not for me to force it down their throat. It's not for me to force someone to listen to me. They're not my children. I don't have any children right? That's the reason I don't have children, because so it's truly up to you to say, you know what, I'm going to take this nugget that they gave me. I'm going to take this piece of information and I'm going to apply it. You can't get a car. Why? Because you can't increase your income. Therefore, you can't search for new jobs outside of where you live. Therefore, you can't grow. You can't take on that new opportunity. When you start to go far in management and you start to become experienced and a senior in different jobs in different areas, you got to start traveling. You got to start doing things. And that's increasingly hard when you don't have a vehicle or you don't have a mode of transportation. So again, that's just something to keep in mind. That's something to think about before you allow that stuff to take over your life. So again, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and Rumble, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace.